collectively held its breath the moment the camera panned up the side of Taipei 101, one of the tallest skyscrapers on Earth. 1,667 feet of glass, steel, and sheer terror stood between gravity and one man's fingertips. And that man was Alex Honnold. No ropes, no harness, no safety net. Just skin against concrete, muscle against physics, and a live global audience watching what could have been a fatal mistake unfold in real time on Netflix. From the very first seconds of the broadcast, the tension was unbearable. Viewers weren't just watching a climb, they were watching a man flirt openly with death. For those who followed Alex Honnold's career, the question wasn't, can he do it? The question was, should he? This was the same climber who shocked the world in 2018 with the Oscar-winning documentary Free Solo, where he scaled El Capitan in Yosemite National Park without any safety equipment. That climb alone cemented him as one of the most fearless athletes in human history. But this time was different. This time, the stakes were higher, the surface was unfamiliar, and the pressure was magnified by the reality that millions were watching, live. As the climb began, the cameras captured Honnold's calm, almost unsettling focus. His face showed no panic, no hesitation. When asked directly if he had ever thought he might die that day, his answer was chillingly honest. Yes, he had thought about it. And yet, there he was, stepping onto the side of a 101-story skyscraper as if it were just another day at the crag. The silence between each movement felt deafening. Every reach, every shift of weight, every breath was magnified by the knowledge that one slip could end everything. For a gut-wrenching 91 minutes, the world watched as Alex Honnold made history. This wasn't just another climb, it became the highest free solo climb of an urban structure ever recorded. At one point, cameras caught a deeply human moment that stopped viewers in their tracks. Honnold, now a father of two, checking in with his wife from the 60th floor. It was a reminder that behind the superhuman feat was a man with a family, responsibilities, and everything to lose. Progressed, the difficulty intensified. At one section, Honnold climbed without using his feet, relying entirely on upper body strength and balance. Gasps echoed across social media. Comment sections exploded. Even seasoned climbers admitted they couldn't watch without looking away. One viewer summed up the feeling perfectly. "Thank God I'm not him." It wasn't just awe, it was visceral fear on behalf of someone who seemed to exist outside normal human limits. When Honnold finally reached the top, the release was immediate and overwhelming. He had done it. He stood victorious atop Taipei 101, the skyline stretching endlessly behind him. When asked how it felt, his response was pure, unfiltered emotion. Amazing. He said he'd probably be glowing for days. In that moment, it wasn't about records or headlines, it was about survival, triumph, and the indescribable high of defying gravity and logic. But as the adrenaline faded, another shocking detail emerged. According to the New York Times, Alex Honnold earned only a mid-six-figure payday for the stunt, for risking his life in front of the world, for delivering one of the most nerve-wracking live events ever broadcast. Compared to major athletes pulling in tens of millions, the number felt almost insulting. Even Honnold himself reportedly found the compensation embarrassingly small. Climbing commentator Pete Woods, who was on the ground in Taipei, shed light on the situation. He explained that climbing, despite its growing popularity, remains a fringe sport when it comes to money. Most professional climbers rely heavily on sponsorships rather than massive paychecks. Unlike mainstream sports, there's no guaranteed financial safety net. ironically mirroring the lack of physical safety nets climbers like Honnold choose to climb without. Alex Honnold is no stranger to navigating this unique space between fame and financial reality. His rise to global recognition came after Free Solo, a documentary that didn't just win awards, it changed how the world viewed climbing. Suddenly, Honnold wasn't just an athlete, he was a cultural phenomenon. His friendships extended beyond the climbing world, including a surprising connection with fellow climber and actor Jared Leto, further blurring the line between extreme sports and Hollywood. Despite his fame, those close to Honnold often describe him as grounded, almost shockingly modest. In past interviews, he's admitted that even he didn't expect the level of attention Free Solo received. Pride came later, after the shock wore off. And yet, with each new project, he continues to raise the bar, not just for climbers, but for what audiences expect from real-life storytelling. Following the Taipei 101 stunt, it was revealed that Honnold already has a new show in development, this time focusing on iconic climbing sites across Nevada. It's a reminder that for him, the climb never really ends. Back in 2015, during an appearance on Entertainment Tonight, Honnold casually demonstrated his skills, making terrifying maneuvers look almost instructional. Watching him explain foot placement and hand positioning felt surreal, knowing the heights he routinely faces. When asked how he got into rock climbing, Honnold's answer was deceptively simple. He got himself into it. As a kid, he climbed trees, then buildings. The pattern was always there, movement upward, pushing limits, ignoring fear. People often joke that he must have some kind of Spider-Man-like strength, but experts are quick to clarify that it's not just raw power. It's a rare combination of elite fitness, extraordinary stamina, and an almost unmatched mental calm. According to climbing analysts, Honnold's ability to climb over 1,600 feet without resting isn't about operating at maximum effort the entire time. It's about having enough strength in reserve so that each move feels controlled rather than desperate. That margin, small as it may be, is what separates survival from catastrophe. It's also what makes Honnold such a compelling figure. He doesn't just conquer climbs, he makes them look eerily manageable. Yet, for all the praise and awe, the debate continues. Should feats like this be broadcast live? Is it ethical to turn potential death into entertainment? Supporters argue that Honnold is fully aware of the risks and chooses them willingly. Critics worry about the message it sends and the pressure of performing under a global spotlight. But regardless of where one stands, there's no denying the impact. Taipei 101 will forever be etched into climbing history and into pop culture. Ultimately means for Alex Honnold's future remains to be seen. It solidifies his legend, yes, but it also raises expectations to nearly impossible levels. How do you top a 101-story free solo climb on a skyscraper? More importantly, should you even try? For now, Honnold seems content to keep moving forward, one calculated risk at a time. In a world obsessed with safety, predictability, and controlled outcomes, Alex Honnold represents something radically different. He reminds us of humanity's ancient urge to climb higher, push further, and stare danger in the face. Not because it's profitable, but because it's possible. And for 91 unforgettable minutes, the entire world climbed with him.